Alright, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Apple bottom jeans. Oh, it's like, what is that? A little alien on the heart? Ugh. Okay, that A does not look like an A. It's just triangle. Anyways, we're gonna play. Yippee! There's no, like, lobby music? Oh, okay, never mind, there was. I was just not in the right one. Documentary. Prizes. Oh. Hints. Why is there hints? Text box style, pixel, basic. Am my eyes gonna hurt? Auto forward delay. Skip. After choices. Okay. Dialogue? Oh. Oh, okay, no. That's toggling. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna start. Ooh, loading. So pink. Oh. Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. Little squiggly guy. Actions. Oh. Auto. Save. Auto. No. Save? Oh, okay, new save. Even though we just started. Okay. New profile number 237771. Economic bracket. Lower middle employment category. Bleak. Current emotional health rating low. Damn, what's that supposed to mean? Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Negative. Oh. Premium level assistance free requested. Proceed. Negative. What do you mean? Pretty please? Negative. Overriding denial of assistance. Establishing premium services for profile 237771. Justification. Hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. Oh. Oh, we actually get to do a character creator or customization. That's cool. Alright. We'll go with the basic Nomura last name. Do I need to have a last name? Can it be blank? Oh no, I can't be blank. Why do I just put a period? What? Really? What if I just did Nomura? I'll just put Twitch. Okay, there you go. Confirm. Namora Twitch. Nimstream. Yes. Pronouns. Okay, that's ready. Hairstyle. Short, medium, long. Ooh. We'll go with the long. Skin tone. Oh, wow. Wow, there's a lot of skin tone options, but not a lot of hair options. Huh. I want to say, like... No, that's probably my skin tone. Hair color. No. We'll go with the brown. Eye color. Can we do black? Oh, God. Go down. You could barely even tell. Clothing color. Oh, it's just the hoodie. We'll go with the blue. Ooh. I kind of like the dark blue. I also kind of like the black. Oh, Jesus, the black. You can't see anything. We'll go with the blue. Alright. This is us. This is me. Howdy. Name, Namora Twitch. Pronoun, she. Is this correct? Yes, that is correct. Premium level assistance for profile 23771. Namora Twitch has been activated. My Twitch is finally activated. Hooray! For the sake of her hopes and dreams. What's that supposed to mean? Damn! The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademarked classic arcade games titles are used under nominative fair. Oh, okay. I couldn't finish reading that. Winners don't use drugs. Okay. Fiction Factory games. This was made in 2019? Huh. Ugh. Level 1. Put your quarter up. I don't have quarters. I have pennies. It is future year 20XX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister. I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year 20XX is pretty much what you expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro gamer celebs, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese-flavored snack foods. Why is this so accurate? But even such wonders as 20XX holds, to date I've had no part in any of them. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and lifeguard for the local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kitties peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Trust me on this. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Oh, behold, my quaint little apartment. Oh, decent space. Is that a penguin in the corner? There's cracks on the wall. Jeez. Can't complain, really. It's paradise. In a relative sense, I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave lying around. Ooh. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most in my family tree. Or at least I was before today. Oop. Why does she kind of sound like Diva? Hold on. I actually need to up the volume a bit. Okay.
Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
Her name is Juniper. Oh boy. Yeah, she gives major diva vibes. The horrified-looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Juniper's the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job, like, today.
I get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
Oh, okay. How is audio? Can you even hear her? Or is she too low? Let me save real quick. We'll just do. Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Because you actually enjoyed that job. More than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks, at the very least. Oh, I thought she was gonna talk all the way. You think the audio is good? Okay. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. Oh. Whatever, I'll just get another job. Any job will do, as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that?
I swear, her voice actor sounds like Diva.
I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right? I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job. No deflecting. This is about you. My mind's made up. We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants and... Your dream job. Oh. Oh. I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it!
Oh, hey. I think I got just the thing to help you out. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free too. My cousin introduced me to it. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? What the heck? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun right. What? Water gun. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Wow, just like every game. Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe it can point you at some good jobs. Ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Okay. But don't think too long, right? Oh. In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying, I mean. It's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life too. What is this close-up? Both of us had it rough, up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart. She means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all my life. The two of us against any dark forces aligning against me. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate, enthusiastic. Yes, but skilled? Nope. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidneys sold on the black market or something. Oh. Still, no sense messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right. She's been hitting the Zaza. Oh no. No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. Alright, let me just save right here. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she'd left a note for me, pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download the app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Juniper's weird little app, or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? Give the weird little app a shot, settle for whatever I could find. Whatever, we'll go with the app. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job. I loaded up, tapped the icon and...
Hello!
Oh. Huh? Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out when a cute girl climbing out of your phone. Me. I went, huh? What the hell? Also, it's one of those new kind of 3D screens, so, you know, not actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future, year 20XX. Right, okay.
Iris, your personal life coach.
Oh
This
boy.
is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know
Huh.
that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime?
Oh no.
Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts?
No. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for
No
subscribing
thanks.
to Pizza Facts.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'm here
But-
to make your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
Oh, great heavens. She's AI. Pretty tall order for an app to do. Or are you some sort of wish-granting genie? Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glanced up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of, honest. That's super. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already has a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, "Hey phone, search the web for job listings," and it'd work just as well. Ah, but I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. Oh no. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper identity identifier system. Oh no. Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Sure, give me the sales pitch. Nah, I'm good. Skip tutorial. I guess, sure. Every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. This system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your response to people: quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. What? Sounds to me like your programmers also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. That's correct. My branding game is on point. Quirky responses uses jokes, snarks, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground, but that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic, and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you'll predominantly quirky, generally steady, a mix of both? Who knows? It's up to you. So what you're saying is I should always try to crack jokes or be super gutsy? Oh, and never speak basically. I mean, being basic's bad, right? It sounds bad.
Nope.
Heck no, they're all useful in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider that you could say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. Sure, you could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Just be you. Now, let's see my pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? I joke some dad. Oh no. I don't tell non-jokes, sorry. What's a dad joke? Okay, so I have to choose between these 3 options? Oof. I don't tell non-jokes, sorry. Yeah, I really don't tell jokes. I'll pass. I don't mind telling jokes, but I'm not gonna randomly throw joke darts like that. Yeah, I don't dig dad jokes either. I prefer limericks myself. So now that you've seen the identity indicator in action, do you want to see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision? If not, I can hide the indicators, keep it a surprise. That way it doesn't influence your decision making. It's up to you. I'd like to see the identity indicators, hide the indicators. What will be, will be. I think we're gonna hide it. So mysterious. Okay, I'll hide them for you. You'll always be able to spot basically responses though. Anyways, as we go along, I'll analyze and tally your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now. Will you look at that? Such a strong personality. Oh, okay. But how will it look like when we use other ones, though? You asked me a single question. Exactly. Off to a great start, I say. And hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you say not to gamify my personality? Hey, I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers, so I gotta gamify it a little. Anyways, studies show that achievements, or Chivos, as the kids say, encourage app engagement. I have never heard anyone say Chivos before. Okay, well, what's with the empty space on the left? Oh, I also tracked vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how well you're getting along with them over there. Relationship scores. Wonderful. So will you also tell me what the correct responses are to avoid making enemies? Or do I need to find a walkthrough for the vast game you're making of my daily life? Nomura, you're looking at this the wrong way. Generally, people will get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them, and it'll be obvious when you're doing that. Okay, yeah, that's true. I promise you that if you bungle a few social encounters, it won't really hurt anything. No cheating needed. Just relax and have fun. You can access your score anytime you like with the right bumper. Okay. Okay. Cool. Alright, let me save. Save. Let me actually drink some water too while I'm at it. Ugh, excuse me. And that's everything. Ta-da. Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking the quiz off the back of the supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that?
It'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
You can talk to ghosts. Is there a ghost in the room right now? Oh my god. Am I a ghost? Oh. You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's a rule.
No,
What?
silly. I mean your spirit, your hopes and dreams, your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Oh boy. Romance. Seriously? Seriously, often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. But if you rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating, well, that's a recipe for disaster, and hitting on coworkers right from day one can be kinda awkward. Yeah, that ain't right. That's weird. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out of the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? Okay, no. How do I want to handle this new opportunity? Sure, I'm open to possibility if I meet anyone nice, romance with flirty first impressions. Oh gosh, no. Let's stay focused. I'll play it cool on day one at least. Romance without flirty first impressions. That's probably the best option. I'm not interested in romance, Iris. No romance, just friendships. It's a dating game. I wonder if we hit no romance, just friendships, will it still give you an option to like romance? But no, we're looking for work. You know what? No romance, just friendship. We'll do that. Am I sure about this? If I tell Iris I'm not interested, that means no romance whatsoever in my future, but plenty of friendships. Is that really what I want? Oh, okay, so it's telling you that. No, let me rethink this. Okay, fine. The second one. Right now, I'd rather focus on finding a career. Any sweet loving could come later if I feel like it. Okay. Dumb, but alright. That's fine. I'm sure as you get to know people better, romance will eventually bloom. Or not. It's up to you, really. Okay, but why wasn't that on the third option? Like, it should have just been open. Like, start with friendship first. Whatever. Now, let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. Blah. Aha, I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm going to wake up in a bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Oh no. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor. Oh my gosh, funny enough, I just actually updated my ID. And I did select to be an organ donor recently, or just a few days ago. Huh.
Bad command or file name?
Oh, you were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax, I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17th self-help books on my shelf. Still, 18th time's a charm, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Enjoy this recorded music.
Oh boy. Alright, we'll listen. Okay, it's not that great. So, do I just stand here or...
Thank you.
Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now. Damn, that quick. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those, please. I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But we just... How? Okay, how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Now, get a move on. Tut-tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus, and that's in 9 minutes away. Oh boy. Well, this is happening. But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could get dressed for Iris's job interview. Stop this before it's too late. Well, I mean, to be fair, if you deleted the app and tried to find a job, you would have to wait for interviews. So if this is already scheduled, you might as well go for it. So that's what we'll do. Go for it. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop on a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. Oh no. But me, I was already getting dressed before she finished that sentence. It's not that I believe the silly app's claims at servicing my hopes and dreams on a silver platter, honestly. I expected another shoe salesman's job at best. But, well, it'll be worth a laugh at the very least. I choose to trust in the science. What is my dream anyway? What the hell, let's do this. Like I always say, go with the flow. Yeah, what is my dream anyway? Like, they didn't even give me options. As much as I genuinely enjoyed being a lifeguard, I can't say I've found true direction in life yet. I assume I never would, honestly. Damn. This line hits hard. I don't like how accurate it is either. When I was young, yeah, I guess I had hopes. I had dreams. Maybe even what Iris called a spirit. Oh my gosh, why does it sound like I'm dying? After things went south for my family, I learned to put all that aside. But assuming Iris wasn't out for my kidneys, what if it's not too late? So I thought, one last time, I'll have some optimism, some faith. Oh my god, the way my character is talking makes it sound like I'm gonna go, like, jump off a plane or something. And as I came to realize weeks later, turns out I was right to have faith in my spirit. Okay. Is that Subway? The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of 19XX places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. I mean, would this technically be a mall? Like, I guess an outdoor mall? I would consider this more of a plaza with the layout. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up health spa once called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds,
Listen.
what'd you think? I think that's two things no human should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh. Trust me on this. I reference and cross-reference and cross-reference your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job. Really.
99.97%.
Oh, okay. I should probably explain my confusion. You know what's weird? I actually am like interested in working at an arcade because I have so many arcades around in Vegas, whether it's in like a hotel or a casino. There's just a lot of arcades in the area, and I always wanted to try working at one, but didn't know if I really had the requirements to. But arcades are big businesses in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, five-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one hoping to be the next Iron Chef, trademark, a dozen more shut down in failure. They had to actually put trademark in it. Oh my gosh. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune. But those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Oh, video games weren't always this popular though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980X, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad, like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kids' movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it ruined video games for years. What? What the heck? Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. The crisis only existed in theory now. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timeline, where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? Nah, I see a bunch of adults in arcades now. Like, it's crazy. Like, they'll bring their kids into the arcade, but they'll be playing it more than their kids. It's kind of funny, actually. The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Nah, what do you mean nah, Yoshi? Hello. Alright, let me save. And hit water again. Ugh. Excuse me. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep me more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no. It's an interesting prospect, but... I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure.
99.97%.
Won't this be like my lifeguard job though? Satisfyingly but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's a no-decos palace, that's for sure. I think the one thing that I was always worried about, like when I thought about working at an arcade, is if I had to have like some kind of like mechanical skill to like be able to fix that. Then again, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure they hire technicians for that. So, because I kind of wanted to be the person behind the prize counter. Like that's what I wanted to do at the arcade. Like to work there. I don't know. I always thought that was more fun. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in oh no, flashbacks. 15 years. God damn. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her
My sources
homework.
say yes.
Trust me, when I say I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me to be the warm, personable front of the database array that's currently laser targeted and getting you exactly what you need, right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to. I don't know. Compromise? Settle? Because things rarely work out? You always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. And besides, what is my dream job anyway? That's what I was asking myself when I left the house this morning. I don't know what I want from life. I've been coasting aimlessly for years. When things started running downhill for my family, I had to grow up fast, put aside silliness like wanting to be an astronaut, and take what I could get. Now thanks to Iris, I've got a shot at taking something a little better than what I usually get. I owe it to myself to try and be happy and paid. Not just paid. So I opt to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. Okay. Oh boy, DDR. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. What the heck? As it's early in the mornings on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers, although it's so packed with games, I probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat. Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here, from the looks of it, like really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? A Japanese import? I'm assuming she's taking a look at the Showtime stage with the little dance pads, but there's no TV. Unless they're looking at that really tiny screen for 2 players. You're gonna have to be squinting to play that.
Sources say yes.
Checking. That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of Nihana Heavy Industry Concerns and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Huh. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moppy Magic Maze? Excuse, what the heck? But the one in the middle with the split screen is new to me. Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. Oh, and she's knitting. Oh my god. I was gonna say kneading. Sorry, ma'am. I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentence. Bruh, I just had a stroke. Like, why does this match up with me? And I just realized the claw machine in the back is actually moving. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. Damn. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile. Okay, she's kind of looking creepy.
Hello there. Always nice
Oh.
to meet someone new in the Funplex.
Funplex. They just named her old lady too. Like, dang. The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear?
I'm assuming her name is Francine.
I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the
Oh.
Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
I was really not expecting to hear a bleep for the X. Funplex is that when you suplex the clown? What the frick? A genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. You've been in the business for XX years? A funplex, is that when you suplex a clown? That sounds stupid. How crazy do I want to sound? A genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. I mean, she's looking a little crazy, so I think she might be okay with crazy, so. A magical space fairy or something that lives in my phone told me to come here to find my dream job. Hello, I am a magical space fairy. Hello, I'm a magical space fairy, apparently. I half expected her to send me packing. Pretty impulsive of me to just talk about Iris like that, but she took it in a stride. Oh, hello. My. What they can do with technology these days. I really do marvel at what amazing things young people have in 20XX. Okay, she's chill with it. Although I'd simply love to take a sledgehammer to those blasted video game consoles that eat at my bottom line. Oh. You telling me, ma'am, you didn't install the VR headsets in here? She said with such a kind-hearted and warm
Please
smile.
call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it?
Yeah, okay, so her name is Francine.
Thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband.
Oh my god. Their initials are FF. Their initials stand for forfeit. Oh no. She forfeited her husband in order to take over the arcade industry. Drama.
Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
Oh, never mind. Damn, she suplexed her husband in bed. That's how he went out peacefully. Or nor. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
Oh my god, I'm not wrong, bruh. She literally suplexed him in bed. Oh, I don't like how accurate I got that. This game is being a little bit too weird. That's information I needed to know, yes. Well, absolutely. Of course, you need to know what Francine does with her husband. She forfeits him in bed. Oh, God. He died happy, to be honest. That's a good way to go. Oh, no. And you are? Nomura. Twitch, ma'am. You could call me Twitch. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I carry on out here, but it's rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyway? Oh, eventually you just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and the boops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I've found, but in the end, done. Bro, your last name is Twitch. Yes, sir. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now, that's faster than the others. Not bad. So, shall we see what you're made of, This way, please. Okay, we'll save before she kills us. Oh shit, I clicked the wrong thing. Francine leads me down a back hallway, past public restrooms. I meant to save. Okay, there you go. And into a door marked employees only. Penguin there, baby! What the frick? The poor penguin! Oh no, penguin there, baby. That's so stupid. What the heck is that computer? Why are there so many monitors stacked up on top? You need the poster. The poster looks so dumb. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy, he's been so overworked lately. Please have a seat and we'll begin. As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I've interviewed for a dozen jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego trademark set to prove my communication skills. What the heck? Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but okay. The point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready.
Were a dinosaur. What dinosaur would you be?
What the fuck?
If you
What?
were a dinosaur,
Oh no.
what dinosaur would you be?
I just realized one earring is Pac-Man and the other is a cherry. Or is it supposed to be a cheese wheel and a cherry? Huh. Okay. Right, okay, maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. No problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. T-Rex, no doubt it. Side... I can't pronounce that. Oh. Yeah, no. Petrodactyl soaring through the sky. Brontosaurus. Brontosaurus, big dude, enjoys salad. What the frig? I mean, I like salad, but I think I'd rather fly. I've always wanted to be a bird, so... Wait, no. All dinosaurs are basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be a flying bird. So, pterodactyl, swooping around, catching updrafts, staying way away from meat eaters. Really, how exciting. Even if, technically speaking, aren't dinosaurs.
What's
Okay.
your favorite snack?
Ooh, snackies. I like chips. Snack? If this was a favorite food question, I'd have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. But snacks. Tacos are okay, depending
Wait,
on
you
the
had
day.
Pizza on a bagel.
Oh no. Pizza bagels. Say pizza bagels. When pizza's on a bagel, you can have... Hush you. Come now, dear. I don't have all day. After giving it a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Tacos are also my favorite snack. No, they are not. A tasty apple with almond butter. No. Whatever munchies lurk in the depths of the vending machine. You know what? That seems more accurate. Well, out of all the options, yeah, I have to go with this one. I'm not picky, really. That's a lie. I am partially picky. Whatever calls to me most is what I choose, whether it's Flamin' Hot Cheetos or gummy bears. I rather choose the hot Cheetos than gummy bears. But then again, my coworkers actually shoved the Cheeto popcorns in my locker. And I work in a candy store, so I have access to gummy bears. I have both snack options. Oh, this game is quite too similar to my life. I don't know how I feel about it. Very interesting. I see you go with the flow. A team player. It's kind of my thing. You know what they say. You are what you eat. Next question. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
Can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
I could sew. I could sew your clothes. That's what I could do. I could sew all the little holes and stab wounds or whatever. Not stab wounds, but like, you know, when your shirts are cut. That's what I could do. I could sew it together. Is this interview for real or is this a dream? As I look into Francie's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. Engineering, I can make stuff. That is a lie, I cannot. Medical, and hey, no lawyers left to sue for malpractice. To be honest, I probably get eaten by day one. Medical, and hey, no lawyers left to sue for malpractice. No, I'm scared of blood. I can't handle blood. I'd probably get eaten by day one, honestly. I wouldn't be much help if the inevitable zombie apocalypse. At least I can throw myself into a horde of undead and you all can escape to live another day. Yeah. Well, at least you're honest, and honesty is the best way to form trust.
Why are
One
you
more thing.
here?
Ma'am, I told you why I was here earlier. The question is so simple and almost actually relevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. I told you, the magical space fairy in my phone sent me here to
You're
find a
seeking
job.
True. But that doesn't really answer my question, does it?
But it does,
No
ma'am.
doubt. You think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long.
Oh my god, the way she makes it sound like she killed him. I don't know why, but my Xbox kicked me out of the party. That's so weird. I hate when that happens.
So I ask you again, why are you here?
I'm here to work again, ma'am. To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than a vague hope that maybe this time I wouldn't lose everything. But that's just enough motivation to face each day. No more than that. It wouldn't be enough to answer her question. I needed to actually think this through. It's a funplex, a plex of fun, and I like fun. To be honest, I don't know. Not yet. I'm looking for hope. I haven't had much lately. If I don't dare to take risk, it'll be stuck. Oh, I'll be stuck, bruh. What the heck? Confused silence. Hi, Duck. This is Honey Pop. Oh no, I know what Honey Pop is. I actually wanted to play it. I also wanted to play Honey Pup Cam Studio, but you know, you have to pay for that, and I didn't want to do that. I don't like any of these options. But you know what? Let's see. If I had to choose between any of these options, you know what? I would say the arcade does seem fun. So yeah, and I would enjoy it. So it's a funplex, a plex of fun, and I like fun. I like having fun. Arcades are fun, and they say you should find what you love and make a living of it, right? When I was a kid, I went to arcades all the time with my family. I remember having a ball there. It'd be nice to experience that fun again. Ugh. Excuse me, I had to burp. Oh, I did burp. Not that I'd slack off and play games all day. I'm a hard worker. In my last job, I was a lifeguard. Serious business there. That perks her attention. Oh my, a rather serious occupation that. And an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoy this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often noticed me smiling after coming home from work, which makes Francine smile in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways one can save a life, even here. Very well, I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure, and yet it felt appropriate, like it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. Francie leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. You know what? Every time it's a black screen like this, I'll just try to save. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I accept really involved. Dun dun dun. Francine gestures too. The seat she was occupying previously was still behind the prize desk.
How marvelous.
Welcome to your new position, Nomura. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. That's the job I wanted to do at the arcade. This is crazy. It's very fitting now that she's putting me behind the little box for the prizes. This game just knows. I glance at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes at any rate. It's such a relief. I'd really been stretching myself thin lately trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500 ticket plush dolls down someone's throat. Oh gosh.
Such a shame.
Poor dear, he just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I have no patience for such nonsense. Oh, so it was her grandson she fired? I'm sorry, the last person to work this desk was your grandson. Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all the administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. Okay, day one. Okay then, look how fitting I am back there. Happy as can be. The only blue item to be seen. What the frick? I adjusted my seating on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning against the desk beneath me. A wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. Knowing me, I would be looking intensely at every item in the display case. And just gonna be like, personally, which one do I want? I could have lost hope then and there at this job. It would be even slightly more engaging than being a dinner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? I don't know. Any minute now. I just realized there is a penguin plush at the bottom of the case. And it looks scary. Oh, it's all squished up. Oh. I crave the sweet embrace of death. Damn. Yeah, I'm kind of like that at my job too. I get bored really easily. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now and nobody's walked up to attain a novelty Funplex shot glass, or a colored pencil set, or a light-up yo-yo. Lunchtime approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I start wondering if one of those 500 ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. What the frick? Oh god, this guy looks scary. Oh, but he has a little icon on his vest. Oh my god. He looks like the male version of in Wreck-It Ralph 2. What was her name? Does anyone remember her name? She was like part of like the whole the TikTok version of like that world or whatever. What was her name? Influencer? Something like that? I don't remember her name. But he basically just looks like the male version of her. But let me save here real quick. I think I can hear the corkscrew carnival in my head. Damn, the honey pop streams I've seen. Or nor. Or maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me, his head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet of his tablet. Was he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado, in fact. He's a snappy dresser. Seems a cool dude. Wow, he seems pretty stuck up. I mean, if you look pretty snazzy, you look pretty cool. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. I don't know what that even is. Oh wait, is that... could that guy be Gavin? Because he had the logo on his shirt? In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Okay, I assume this is Gavin. Cool, dude. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? Pleased to meet you. I'm Nomura. I am Francine. I had some work done. I'm the new hire. Not that anybody wants a prize. We'll introduce ourselves because that is what you should do when you start a new job. Pleased to meet you. I'm Nomura. Hello. I'm Nomura Twitch, your new hire. I am looking forward to working with you. He relaxes somewhat on hearing that. Somewhat.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gutso for an octogenarian. What does that word even mean? Hold on. I am gonna look it up because octagon? Octogenarian definition. Okay, octogenarian. A person who is from 80 to 89 years old. Damn, Francine's that old. I would not have thought she was that old. I would have at least thought she was in her 50s. And that, so that age here, age gap, 80 to 89, that's what they're called? Octogenarian? Dang. That's kind of weird how like that specific age has that like label of a name for that age group. You really learn something new every day. Okay, she's got gutso for an octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So she explained the job to you, gave you the papers to sign. She said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming
That
on.
would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper.
Oh, well, hello,
I'm the business
Gavin.
manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Right, so as you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes, but that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that? Okay, this is actually like something I do want to know. Like, if someone is just put behind the counter, just at the arcade, obviously there has to be more than just exchanging tickets for prizes. Besides, I also assume cleaning. But what else is there to do at the arcade? You're the floor attendant. You attend to the floor. Okay. What? The carpets?
Seriously?
The floor, the arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around, putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two, one to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francie loves filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you likely gathered. That's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner, at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently had a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever worked a high-pressure customer service job before? Yes, I have. Shoe sales. Smelly socks? You have no idea. You know what's weird also? My sales manager at my job right now, she actually used to be a shoe salesperson. She actually had to take people's shoes off, measure their foot, and find the right shoes. And have to, like, you know, Cinderella style it and put the shoes on them to make sure everything fits tight. This game is getting a little weird. Right. Well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi, in that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
Not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Comprendo? Relax, I got this. Stress feeds me, makes me stronger. This isn't my first pony ride. You can rely on me. But 911 for huge emergencies, right? Okay. This isn't my first pony ride. You can rely on me. We'll just say that. It's not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard at the pool. Managing stress and difficult situations, even life or death ones, is something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. Gavin nods approvingly. Ooh, we got a little Gavin head icon. Hold on, what does that mean? Oh, okay. So as the options we pick, it'll raise the scales for each one. I guess the ones that are filled all the way to the top are the most options we picked. Okay. Well, this was going to be a short drop by. Enjoy your stream. Alright, Duck. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.
Indeed.
Good. I like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat there.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimmingly. I have
Alrighty.
enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Magical art of what now? Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture, but his expression softens somewhat afterwards.
Francine told you her theory, that this is more than just a job, more than just an arcade.
That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically.
What the heck? What are you wrangling at the arcade, my guy? Tokens?
The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality. My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, or you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard. Now, can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
I'm still trying to figure out my why. Why so aggressive? I just started here. No problem at all. I'm a model employee. I'm just still trying to figure out my why. Let's be honest. To be honest, I'm still sorting out why I'm here, what my dream is. But I'm not here to step on anyone else's dream in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. Good to hear. I'd say we share similar views then. It'll be a pleasure to work with someone who actually enthusiastic and incompetent. And hopefully this hive of weirdness will help you find your dreams along the way. Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and the on the dotted T's, but since I'm already sitting here, you rather I stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'd help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through that door there, the one next to the UFO catcher, the crane game, to use layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully she's going to crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be, but he's not a jerk. Definitely, I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I could give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned. Although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door also marked employee only, apostrophe. Leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sorts. I turn the handle and step in. Oh, let me save first. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken only of in myth and legend. Oh, a girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh, I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fill the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me. For lack of a better way to interrupt her, I was worried no matter what I did she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense. Oh. Hello.
Hey, you know this room is for employees only.
She said with no apostrophe.
Are you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Nomura Twitch. I'm the new floor attendant starting today.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text. Oh, whoops.
She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of gray notification messages lie in wait. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. I always assumed retro arcade nerds were fat middle-aged guys. Jeez, way to be so blunt about that. But nah, no wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. This room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. With the heavy doors closed behind me, I can barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components on the circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi! Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
He's busy doing strange things with numbers.
Yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Really? What happened last time?
Well, I dropped it.
Sounds about right. Oh, the little green, blue, and red little container she has on the wall. When I used to work at TJ Maxx, we had like those little setup when it came to the back room hanging clothes, but they were all lined up like as a row, but you would only have like one row on top and one row at the bottom, and they would just have all the sizes for like the clothes, like to hang everything. Like we would have to use the little number key. They were called keylers. Those are what clicks onto the hangers for like the sizes to put the clothes on. I didn't think I would see them in this game. Damn. Things are hitting me. Oh, right. She helps me lift the large Cthulhu Dray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place with the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Why did they have to say it like that? Also, I just realized the little red penguin on her, the little thing. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to the other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen inside of one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space. A couple large slabs of circuits and that beefy monitor. Why'd you have to say beefy monitor? Why is it so empty in there? Maybe we could fill it with nacho chip. Ew. It's my first time seeing the guts of a game. Excuse me. Let's ask. Let's start a conversation. Why is it so empty in there? Why is it so empty in there? Seems inefficient. Couldn't you pack more games into the arcade if it was more compact? Not really. It's more about the footprint on the floor than the vertical height. Naomi keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as she speaks. I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so you play sitting down, but I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up a rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the keyring at her side, then steps back to admire her handiwork. There's genuine joy in that smile, not just a job well done, but at looking at the whole thing like it's a fine sculpture.
Beautiful.
Ooh, I love the classic Midwest trademark style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font on the marquee, the visual artwork. I have no idea what the classic Midway is. The what on the what on the what artwork? With a sigh, Naomi points out key features to me. The strip across the top with the game tile, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well, a bunch of weird looking boxes in a row looks ugly. I agree, it's beautiful in its own way, so you're our resident game historian then. I like the middle one. I agree, it's beautiful in its own way. The way she stares lovingly at this, well honestly, this box of wood and circuits and vacuum tubes and stuff, I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing, the art, style, and of course the game itself, all of it part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or on a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I could see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny. Finally, so few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is going to be great. Especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin?
I don't know.
Okay, well, don't get me wrong. I can get along with him generally, but his whole attitude just... Oh. All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd gut this whole place. If anybody's gonna ruin the funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. He seems easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me the whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore point here. A long-standing argument that the new guy really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure I should prod at it, but I kinda wanna know too. Don't rock the boat. Clear the air and find more. Let her keep talking. You know what? Me as a person, I like some tea. And I wanna know what the tea is. So let's clear the air and find out more. I get this is touchy, but if I'm gonna work here, I think we should all be honest with each other. No gossiping. So I gotta know, why do you think Gavin wants to destroy the arcade? He buys into Francine's idea that this is a place for dreams. He says he does, but he's willing to sacrifice way too much just to keep the place thing afloat. Road to hell, best intentions, etc. If he had his way, this place would be like Deco's palace. Nothing but ticket games and prize catchers. He thinks actual video games are too expensive, a waste of floor space. I bet he'd remove them all if he had his way. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him to do the right thing. But that's my problems, not yours. Sorry to drop gossip on your head like this. Thanks for hearing me out anyway. Love the tea. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem a strong, strapping kind of gal. Well, a strong gal at least. Well, you're a gal. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted then. Okay, let's get to it. Right, a little to the left now. My left. You're right. Careful. Now forward, right, correct? I mean, not to turn the right. Keep it coming. And there. Carefully, tip it into place. Victory. We got a victory royale. Let's go. I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box slotting into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheel dolly makes it easier, but hardly say, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again. Okay, glad to be done with that one. I swear, I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out, Nomura. I think you're gonna do just great here. Happy too. Blurp. Alright. Stomach growling. Food required. Except, I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch. Oh no. Now I'm just talking here, but if you had a pizza on a bagel. Shush. Hey, so, any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but... Oh, no, not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's a cheapo Wub Sub sandwich place, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Okay, hold on. Why is Subway not trademarked or added into the game, but some other stuff are? Did Subway say no to this sponsorship of the game? I'm gonna assume that they said no to that. Hey, I know. Right here. And she off, scurrying back to her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime, here you go. She presses a boxed lunch into my hands. It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom, back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good healthy things. Wait, you're giving me your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet, I first walked in as a stranger. She looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. What'll you have for lunch then? Oh, I can just go get some nachos from the vending machine, or go hit the whole story next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important. See you after lunch. I can't help but think she was just looking for an excuse to get some junk food instead. You know what? Sometimes you just need to eat junk food. And that's okay. Let me save it and drink some water real quick. And now we're gonna crush the bottle. Ew, excuse me. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideal for this arcade. She's got a love for these games, and it shows. In giving me her lunch, me, a total stranger, that's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully has plenty of calories too. Armed with a box of health food, I retire to the employee lounge to get my munch on. Wait, but who is watching the front of the arcade? She's just leaving it? Okay, cool. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. It's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but oof. Excuse me. Excuse me. Penguin there, baby. So stupid. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. Oh, jeez. What the fuck? Is this the mascot? 'Cause this looks terrible. Incoherent screaming, coherent screaming, await death. I don't know. We're just gonna stare at it, so incoherent. With my mind and body screaming wildly, my paralyzed form is unable to move from the vision of terror before me. Yeah, I think I would do the same thing too. The half-person, half-animal waves their appendages in front of me, likely closing in for the kill. Waking nightmare. Hello? Anyone in there? See, nothing to be afraid of. Ah, right, I see. Looks like we've stabilized. I was worried I scared the life right out of you.
Hey, so, I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really? Can we start over, maybe?
I nod my head slowly, although that could just be a muscle spasm from being in shock.
Ashley.
Oh, okay. And I'm Nomura.
Also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
What the Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far. Okay, wait, why would an arcade have a little mascot? But then again, the Incredible John's over here, pizza place, and like arcade, they also have a mascot. Okay, you know what? It makes sense.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Oh boy, no. Me or no.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
But why a flamingo? Oh no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I
You
work here.
Since when?
Today, this morning, to be specific.
Awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more. You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right on up to the employee's only door. But how did you get to the door code? Of course. Would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that a 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed. Next, you needed to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code just to find me. It just keeps going and going. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. Ashley's got quite the imagination, alright. Is that how I come across to people, as a creepy trespasser? Well, she's definitely got the imagination. Wow, I mean, wow. I'm suitably impressed, albeit slightly terrified. She can just take an idea and run with it. Where she's running with it, I'm not sure she even knows. And how would you've snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. What the hell? Ashley finally realized she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Oh geez, I didn't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, you know, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character. I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering, really. Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats. Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley is pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So, Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Yep. It looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? It actually does. But the holes right under the eye with your own two eyes is not a good image. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. If you were going for terrifying, then yes. I don't know heads from tails, but I can appreciate it. If you're going for terrifying, then yes. I mean, once you get a good look at it, it's not that scary, but just her jump scare was scary. So, I don't know heads from tails, but I can appreciate it. What I know about costuming, you could print on the back of a matchbook, but clearly you know your stuff. It's interesting how everybody at this arcade has one thing they're super passionate about.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far, no crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh, limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday, I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5, 6 years max. Anyway, we were next to Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh. Oh my god, that must be traumatizing for that kid. But that does seem funny though. Off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. But at least you're consistently scaring people and it's not just me. Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is the thing I am attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. Oh. Yeah. Wait. What? Seriously? So, are they going out? No. but they always bicker like an old married couple. Classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Nomura. Consider them marked. Beep beep, beep beep, Nomura. What's that sound? Drat, I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
No!
That's no good. Nomura needs her calories. You eat up. I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough. Thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recess of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me I didn't actually ponder my first impression of Ashley yet. Let's see. She's pretty amazing. I like her enthusiasm about her art. Ashley's got a lot going on in that head of hers. I just don't understand it at all. I like the first one more. She's pretty amazing. I like her enthusiasm about her art. Definitely for sure, every character has a passion for something. The way Ashley's whole expression changed when she talks about the things she's passionate about just warms my heart. Her beaming energy just lights up the whole room. I remember when I used to have that passion. Those were the days. I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something. Me too. Me too. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done. The late rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor, looking for problems or potential problems, or just making sure everything's A-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I've had awful coworkers before, and they can really drag out your day. Oh, that is for sure. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which do I tackle first? An irate customer near Mr. Mopey's Magic Maze, someone cursing up a storm at Fists of Discord, a loud crowd around Showtime stage. An irate customer. I feel like someone who's cursing should be checked out first, because that means they can make other people uncomfortable and let alone unsafe in an area, so we'll do that first. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me all about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FODs, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took the unreal and came back to win by dying seconds of tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mashing brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchase items, and ninja summons. Right now it's summing up to as League of Legends in my mind. FOD is the sheer elegance and its simplicity, the way the different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. Yep, okay, with esports right now it's just League of Legends. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojos? I'd say boiling down to a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these are words that... Oh.
What the
Oh. No, those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. Okay, looking at the game, it's no longer League of Legends. Whoops. You've got to be me. There is no way this is even plausible. Those hitboxes don't even frickin' connect. Frickin' this game, frickin' it all night long. Haha, get wrecked. What does it say? Rando Colorisian? Okay. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll for my dojo? Oops, maybe. Wait, what? You haven't been farming. How could... XP share technique with creep waves. Take this. Take this 5-fold frickin' explosive death claw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No. Oh. Oh no, he's dead.
Oh, GG.
Fodder.
No one can defeat
Okay.
me, Queen Bee.
Oh, that's her name. Okay. You know what makes sense? She's the black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during the whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was
Hey,
that guy's
kid.
face.
What are you staring at?
Nothing, ma'am. Wait, is the side of her shirt say left, like left arm? Or is it left trigger? I'm assuming her right arm says right trigger, but I'm gonna save. This lady might beat me up. Hooray! Oh no.
Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Ugh. Oh, seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start even consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. The jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. Oh, it's a 7. I thought it was a T cut off. Or like, I thought the T, or the, top part of the T was around her arm. My bad. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. She'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. Why so rude, though? What a sore winner. I mean, she wasn't really rude. I mean, she was cussing a lot, but it was a in-the-moment game thing. I guess she's fun to hang around. I don't like these two options, but yeah, we'll go with the first one. With that level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much enjoyment she gets out of life. What can I say? People love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot, at least between bursts of... What did Iris call them?
Hey, don't
Saltiness?
just stand there all weird and quiet-like. It's creepy.
She snaps her fingers to grab my
Are you gonna
attention.
f***ing quarter up or not?
Okay, don't need to
Think
be
you can
like
best
that,
the
ma'am.
hottest rising star of L7?
Ooh. From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best the scrub, let alone professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No, thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
Yes, me. And what's your job? Hassling me? I'm actually pretending to work here. Shh. I enforce arcade laws within this noble phoneplex. I don't like any of these options. We're not really enforcing anything because she didn't really do anything. She's not really hassling you. Oh, I mean, I guess that quarter option earlier was hassling, but not really. We'll just say we're pretending to work here. Oh, it's all just a front. I wander around the floor too, pick up drop tickets in hopes of getting one of those giant stuffed flamingos behind the prize counter. I know, right? If I was good at those ticket games, as I am at FOD, I'd like to have a flock of giant pink flamingos. Maybe I even give you one. Oh, whoa, ma'am. We just met, and you're already offering me a gift? Alright, free shit.
Hey,
Maybe.
they haven't given
Okay.
you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Nomura. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago, and it might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged into a vast clay of oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? Damn, well this took a turn. Like, she's just chill already off the bat. No problem. We gamers got to stick together. I didn't even say I was playing a
I'm
game.
Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
Cool. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Per and Tio. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than that last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope that there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? No ma'am. I have not seen you before. Sorry to say. Nope. I literally have no idea what you are talking about. Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? No. I've been living in the apartment. Hiding. Behind my phone. If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh! Look, me and my character think just alike. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Oh my gosh, is she gonna show me things that are inappropriate? Nope, nope, nope. Sure, I'd like to learn more. Will it hurt or traumatize me? I actually like that option. Will it traumatize me? I'm torn. On one hand, I'm curious. On the other, I'm slightly worried as to what I'm going to get myself into. That is me, actually, 50%. When my security guard at my store tells me something, or gonna go, "Hey, you want to see something funny?" I get scared a bit because I don't know what she's gonna show me. It could be a good or bad thing, or maybe funny, but never know. Exposing myself freely to the horrors of the internet seems
Come
unwise.
on.
Please. I promise it's not going to hurt. Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. Whoa, she's already getting handsy? Ma'am, we just met. You know what? That's really weird. Today, when I was at the frickin' supermarket getting food with my family, me and my brother were just chilling, drinking our ice cold coffee while it's like freezing in that grocery store. And some elder lady comes up and goes, "Oh my god, you guys are so cold. Aren't you cold?" And then she puts her hand on my hand as I'm drinking my coffee, and her hands were freezing. And when she left, I just looked at my brother and I'm like, she just grabbed my hand. Like, just out of the blue. Like, her hands was cold, but it was just so out of the blue. And now now Queen Bee here, she is grabbing my arm, and we just met. This game is getting too relatable to my life right now. I am partially scared. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. What the heck? Oh, she's a hacker. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. Excuse me? Clip-on? Oh, okay, never mind. That webcam there, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this here for a couple years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras, damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There's so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD, the crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we
Nope,
live right
no way.
now? Haha, no. That was part of my warm-up match. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible, even if it's with a bunch of fodder. As in FOD. As in, you know, chum. Lunch meat. Scrubs. Losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out for the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter trademark cabinet. Ah, my crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
What the?
I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. Let's chat later, right? Sure. One last thing. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here, and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it to a PG-13 rating. Oh wow, how sweet. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick. How convenient, me streaming this game, running into Queen Bee, the streamer of FOD.
Later.
Okay. And with a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her fist of discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig, and the shouting and milder swearing starts up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on stream. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everybody's spirit burning with passion for, well, various things. But hey, passion's passion. She seems to like me, which will make my job easier in the long run. There's a huge FOD community in this arcade, despite being a tiny strip mall joint. Good to know. Let's see. What to handle next? An irate customer near Mr. Moppy Magic Maze. A loud crowd around showtime. I think we'll do the irate customer. But first, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Ooh. Ugh. That became more than a sip. Ugh. Alright. My mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Ooh, angry rando. Come on. Hurry up and finish your game. You, do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Nomura, floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this frickin' game to wrap up his game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I could feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece off this game, and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear that fat piece of side of the story before rushing to a judgment, I tapped the player on the shoulder. Ooh, he doesn't even notice. So I tapped again, twice. Huh? Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Muppy Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, thank you Naomi, which simply reads, Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and palettes and monsters and stuff? Yeah. I bet tears as he laser focuses on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting at a damn 714 900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or as this other guy would probably put it, holy, that's a high score. Excuse me. Right, sir. Can you please wrap up your game? No. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of lives stocked on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. You know what? I mean, if this guy hasn't died yet, like, bro has 3 lives. By all means. Like, if he lost the game and then continued playing while other people are waiting, okay, yeah, that's a little messed up. But if he's still continuing his one game, trying to beat the high score, you can't be mad at someone for trying to beat the high score. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his British accent, like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. What the heck? Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play this game too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to the movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife, and they roll around in bed covered in money. And okay, God, why do you have to say that? Cover what exactly? The costs of the game. The game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. I am, one moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me, with Gavin contacts info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in. Customer wants to buy Mopey for 3K. What do? That's my English right there. In less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid 200 for it plus parts, yes, absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. Well, okay then. Although now Naomi's gonna react to this, offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit. It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantages of this guy's lack of grasp on the real cost of old arcade machines. Actually, no, considering now, in this year, retro games are the thing, or let alone retro is the new thing, or it's being brought back. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. The game was 200, but I'm not sure should sell. 3,000 sounds about right, it's yours. I'm not sure if we should sell this game. I mean, if this guy's offering 3,000 to buy it, then might as well. I'm not sure we should sell this game. Well, if Gavin is technically the manager of the place, then he has every right to. This whole situation reminds me of that one Bob's Burgers episode where Bob has the arcade in his restaurant and his enemy Jimmy across the street, he comes over, beats Bob's high score on the thing, and writes the name as Bob Sucks, as Bob tries to freaking delete that off the scoreboard, and it just does not go well. But that's what this situation is reminding of. But you know what? Let's sell it. We're gonna sell it. 3,000 sounds about right. It's yours. I say 3 large is more than fair. It's all yours. I quickly pocket the money, feeling vaguely like a thief. A thief who will be eating well tonight, mind you. You want me to get the dolly and wheel this old thing out of here for you? But he shakes his head. Absolutely not. I'm leaving the game right where it is. But you bought it. So I can play it whenever I want, for as long as I want. Provided nobody else is already playing, of course. Wouldn't it be proper to interrupt someone? Okay. Goddamn, we just made extra bucks for no reason, but whatever. But I wouldn't want to take it away from the Funplex. Naomi would cry. We can't have that, right? Oh, okay. So at least he's aware. I guess not. Which leaves a rando moping mad. To be fair, we had been kinda ignoring that he exists. What the man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? This is... I'm going to Deco's Palace. Okay, girl, bye. And we just lost a customer stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. I mean, was that customer about to drop 3K just to continue playing? No, then it's not a big deal. You made that profit. Goodbye, dude. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold. They're a rando for a reason. They're not main character energy, so it's okay.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Oh gosh, she actually is British. As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing, eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. He seems to care more about this than just his game. Splashing around the cash, aren't we, Mr. Moneybags? Well, he does seem to care about more than just his game. Take it from someone wallowing around in the lower tax brackets, the rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. And why? Because of Naomi, because of the Funplex. It's a home, and a family, for the games and for us. Maybe it's the best I sent that rando out the door in favor of this guy. So, you know Naomi? He's happy to talk, even while playing.
I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy.
Oh boy, his name is Percy.
I'd hazard your eye on the floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
The homie was just watching us interact this entire time and didn't say nothing? Okay. Weird. That's me, Namora Twitch. Arcade regular.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
Oh boy. So, you're seriously just been playing Moopy all day,
Can I
huh?
say, it's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
What was the one fish from SpongeBob he said? Food, drinks, atmosphere. That's probably not how it went. Anyways, the beeps and the
No, those you
bops.
eventually learn to filter out.
That's what they did say earlier.
Everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real world conditions. It's all about the emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. God damn. This guy has been standing here since I was working the morning shift. Hours and hours, and he's still only about 720k into his game? That's crazy. So, we already did 6 hours of our shift, and this guy didn't even hit 1 million. You better stop button spamming, my guy. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. Oh my god, yeah, homie's just been standing there in the same place. Ooh. What shoes is he wearing? Are you comfortable in your shoes at least? I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. What the heck? The last time I saw you only had 3 lives. How many lives did you start with? Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. You must have a solid job, good income. So, gonna get your movie dipped in gold? Your score's more important than your bank balance? I don't like any of these answers or questions. So you're gonna let get your Moopy dipped in gold? That doesn't make sense. I guess your score is more important than your bank balance? So I take it your high score more important to you than your bank balance? The way you just decided to buy a Moopy, I mean? Of course, the score is more important than anything. Except eating and paying rent. More important than anything. A few hours of day trading after I go home keeps the bank balance in balance. Anybody could do it if they have the head for numbers. He points to the current score at the top of Moopy's screen. If I'm going to define myself by a number, this is the one I choose. I don't feel people are defined by their work. I know the arcade is home to those who've made their passion into their work, but it's the passion that matters more. I've my passions the same as anyone. I look forward to learning yours as well. Everyone, what is up with everyone in the word passion? Like, that word is like engraved into everyone's head. When I'm not deep in the middle of a game, I mean. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing. About a thing. Be seeing you, Miss Twitch. It's cause I'm streaming on Twitch. That's how you know. He is giving me lumberjack vibes though. Mainly because he has a beard. And he's ginger. That's mainly why. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like a high-score junkies you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed, driven, kind of strange. But that's not the impression I had of him from the beginning. He smiled when talking about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here, but, well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty of time to learn more later. I've got work to do. Let's see what to handle next. A loud crowd around Showtime stage. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since my first half of the shift was complete in utter solitude. Oh my god, I hope it's not freaking Ashley getting her arms ripped off. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade. That's quite the crowd. That's assembling. Like larger than Queen Bee's team was, rowdier too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Well, considering that the game is right in front of the door, that is definitely a fire hazard. And if OSHA was here, OSHA would not be happy. Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. Where's Gavin in this? Shouldn't he be the one to do this? And there's lights. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right to the 1980X. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime Stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracker sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance poses, accuracy, and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Nomura? No. Please, no more fevers. I just got rid of my cold. I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Oh, did you see that, Tio? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song? Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day, maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the grations and intricate limb movements coming from the Showtime stage. I have never seen that word before. I need to look up what it means. And I am going to do that. Ugh. Grations. Grations. A rapid movement in a circle or spiral, a whirling motion. So spinning. Okay. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
How about you? Want to take the spotlight? Sure, I can learn as I go. Let's dance. What? In public? I think not. You're coming off way too strong, my guy. Bruh, I feel like he's giving me Lucio vibes. Like, if Lucio wasn't a DJ but a dancer, this is him. I don't like either of these options. Knowing me, I am too embarrassed to actually do any Dance Dance Revolution in public. So, what? In public? I think not. I'm not one for dancing with strangers. You know what dancing leads to? Falling on my face. In front of all these people. Exactly. Either that or one of my customers enjoying a trip to the emergency room with a shattered foot. I'd rather not horribly embarrass myself right now. Let's save that for later. 'Tis a downright shame, but you can't blame me for trying. How could I resist to ask a gal such as yourself? Whoa, bro, you're coming off too strong. You caught my eye in the moment you walked over.
You're new here, right?
Yes,
Name's
very.
Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo's the best. Greatest guy here. He's sort of like our, leader, yeah?
Please, I'm nothing, really.
He looks directly into my
Nothing
eyes.
as special as you.
Okay,
I just
my
like
guy.
to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So,
No.
what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
I refuse. I am not good at dancing, let alone with the mouse pad like that. Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Go for it. Politely decline. Shake your head no. I shall politely decline, sir. Teo's a persistent one, but at least he's not mean about it. Maybe after I played Showtime stage multiple times. Alone. Possibly in the dark. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I don't know if this one's for me. I like to avoid injuring anyone, notably myself. With enough practice, you'll get it. Plus, I could always teach you. Yeah, I think I pass. I'm actually on the clock right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Nomura. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime stage, now that I think about it. He's out, and I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Nomura reached me.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Nomura. I hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. Not really. I don't know. This guy's kind of weird. For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. Well, what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? Hey, wanna film a workplace safety video? We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes. Can you disperse your fans for me, please? I don't like any of these options. That's crazy. Want to film a workplace safety video? That's so stupid. But I guess asking him isn't too bad either. We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes. I wish there was another option of just saying like explaining like the situation or like the unsafe of blocking the doorway. I know in my job I have to do that too. Like I have to get people from or ask people to move to not block the doorways. I don't like any of these options. I mean, at least we asked nicely in this one. Can you disperse your fans for me, please? Look, this is great and all, but can you thin out your crowd a little for me? Fire codes, emergency exits, you know, that sort of thing. Come on, it's not that bad. I've seen hotter crowds most weekends around this game. At least I said, please. Rules are rules. Yeah, you're right. The least I can do is be accommodating. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on the stage and cups his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen. We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Aw, man, but why? I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Nomura's first day, so let's show her some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Ooh, you could try. Oh, you think I'll get fired about doing my job? I don't think so. Great, now I'm going to be known as the party pooper. Nah, don't think about it that way. Think about doing your job and following company policy, and it's a health code or safety code. I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Okay, that's a little... okay, I can see. Never mind. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Nomura's just doing her job. Exactly, thank you. Someone who understands. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself into a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better. I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Nomura has spoken. I started to walk away, ready for my next venture, when I remembered something I should do. I turned back to Teo. Hey,
no problem.
Thanks. Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade like a model employee. I say that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's gotta be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but you know. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding up behind me. Huh, not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. A valid point. I'll look into that. I'm impressed with how you handled yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I prepared your paperwork. If you'd like to go sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
Sure thing, boss. So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired her yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering. I wouldn't call it adorable. Nomura's off to a great start. Here's your first day, followed by many more. don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron trademark. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going on a mile a minute since I got here. Is it my dream job? Well, the Funplex is definitely a plex of fun. I told Francine I used to love going to arcades. Maybe I'm starting to feel that all over again. My coworkers are a fun-loving bunch too. I mean, presumably Gavin finds spreadsheets of fun and loves them, so he can too. Dream job? I don't know, maybe. But it's an absolute blast, definitely. We've only got a few hours till closing, and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself, I've still got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on, don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What, Naomi? You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Ah, well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling, and I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day. We did it! We made it through the first shift. Hooray!
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
What the heck? Let me save right here. Me too, Gavin. Me too. Me too, Ashley. Me too. Me too, Naomi. Me too. And I thought we were closing. What do you mean evening? The looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
A birthday party. How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her 5th birthday. Oh, to be young again. 5 years old. Naomi starts pulling at her hair, eyes wide and trembling. Throwing skee balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on the pinball machines, putting chewing gum into coin slots, pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom, doom, the end is nigh.
I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway.
Damn, Granny is running away from the scene. She does not want to chaperone this party.
Have fun, dears.
Why'd she say it so evilly? Right, battle stations, everyone. I'll take ticket desks so I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Nomura, roaming duty. Look for trouble. Do what you can. Prepare yourselves. I thought we were closing. No. They're coming. Oh my gosh. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot. Minivans disorienting kindergartners. And suddenly... oh god. The horror. We don't have a ball pit, right? An explosion of small humans rushes the door, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Wait, how are you gonna have a birthday party in here when you have other people in here blocking the door, yelling? Why are you okay with having a birthday party in here when there are more adults than there are kids? That is quite concerning. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, smashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretending to be playing. Ever heard of Chuck E. Cheese? No, I have not. I'm just kidding. Yes, I have. The crew assumes battle stations, Naomi by the fragile pinball machines, Ashley near the door, trying to distract the incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanges them with the adults. Beats, waiting in line at the change machines. As for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolted for the exit, abandoning them, keen on getting out ahead of the surge of kitties, I guess. Oh, okay. So everyone that was in here just left just because of this, of all these damn kids. You know what? I'd leave too. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos has multiplied. Look, if the parents are not watching their own kids, then they should not be in the area. That should be the law. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. Oh no. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise, and Nomura, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend them all. Which one of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with all of them in time. We are going to save. And I'm going to drink water, because I am a little bit scared. Ugh. 2 kids fighting over a box of cupcakes near Naomi and Ashley. An angry adult shouting at a kid near Teo and Queen Bee. A little girl crying over her stolen tickets near Percy and Gavin. Well, no one's really hurt, so let's go deal with the adult that is shouting at a kid. The sound of hardship called to me from the Fast Cars 5 racing games. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good sign, and I hope beyond hope that I can take this on. I shake the discomfort off. Now's not the time to doubt myself. I need to find out what's going on, and stat. As I get closer to the revving of the engines and clacking of shifting gears, I see a grown woman berate a cowering boy. Oh boy. Ooh, we have a Karen alert. Admit it, I know what you did, you brat. You manipulated my precious son to put his tokens in your game. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sorry. Children like you are the absolute worst. Garbage. Jesus Christ, lady. Look at the haircut you gave your poor son. Parents like you should not be giving haircuts like that to your own children. Ma'am, keep your voice down. There's no need to shout at a child, no less. What's going on here? This jerk of a boy told my sweetest beyond sweet Josh that he should put his own tokens into the racing machine so he could play it for free. Josh earned those tokens from his own allowance, and I won't let some devil child steal his money. Ma'am, you are a redhead. Speak of the own devil yourself. Let's just take a moment to calm down, okay? Before I say anything else, I spot Queen Bee and Teo out of the corner of my eye. Queen Bee looks infuriated, and Teo has buried his face in his hand. Actually, now that I stop and think about it, they might have some insight. The racing games are right next to the Showtime stage. Teo probably has a good vantage point of the whole thing if he was dancing on stage. And just by the way Queen Bee's burrows are furrowed, I can tell something is not sitting right with her. I could ask one of them for their help. Or I could try to solve this one by myself. Consult Queen Bee on the situation, ask Teo if he saw something. Detective Nomura is on the case. Okay. Who should I ask? You know what, we'll talk to Queen Bee. Because they were all trying to leave before all the kids came in. So that means they're done playing, I assume. So if they're just kind of hanging around, I feel like Queen Bee is probably overheard the conversation. Because if Teo went back to dancing, maybe he didn't see it. Because he's dancing. If you're dancing, you should be paying attention to the game, not what's going on around you. So let's ask Queen Bee. Since Queen Bee has been consumed by rage, I bet she knows what's really going on here. I wave her over to join us. I attempt to reach out to her for guidance. Ma'am, I know you're upset right now, but I think that... Oh! That lady is a no good piece of... Nope, not helping. This is in fact the furthest away from helping I couldn't ever envision. The kid runs away to avoid the loud people as I try my best to defuse the situation. That boy did nothing wrong. Nothing. Excuse me? How dare you? There was no way I'm getting a word in between these two. I sigh and resign myself to watching it play out. How dare you for yelling at that kid? I don't care if he did what you claim or not. You've got no right to traumatize him over it. He's a thief, and he'll grow up to be a no-good criminal. That still doesn't frickin' matter. Do you honestly think? Like, take a single frickin' second of your life and really think that shouting at a child is an effective way to handle this? You can't tell me how I should act. Who do you think you are? I am the nemesis of evildoers. Writers of wrongs. Rising star of L7 Gaming. Queen Bee poses in her trademark pose.
Queen Bee.
I am the one and only Queen Bee. And I'm in the name of Funplex. I'll punish you. Okay, Sailor Moon. Well, I've never. In all my years. You're far worse than the impudent child. Josh. We are leaving this horrible arcade. Right now. Good riddance, honestly. Well, that's one way to handle that. The woman scoops up her child and storms out the front door. I don't think we'll see her or her son anymore. And frankly, I'm okay with that. Once they are gone, Queen Bee turns her attention back to me. People like that are really me off. I know how you feel. People these days are dirtbags. My blood's still boiling. Oh, hey. Thanks for the backup. You're welcome. I really didn't do much of anything. Yeah, well, I know you had my back, kid. I can sense that you're like me. I can't stand to see people get screamed at. It sucks, you know. Queen Bee's whole aura changed from her normal upbeat snark to being completely down in the dumps. This is a side of her I haven't seen yet. We just met. How many sides do you expect to see from this woman you just met? She just looks so sad. But you yell at people all the time. Queen Bee, are you doing okay? I'm not going to pry. Well, she changed moods all of a sudden, so... Are you doing okay? I know it's really none of my business, but I feel I should ask about this. Looks like the incident hit her hard. Hey, everything alright? It's okay, you can tell me. I don't think that is something I should have said. She pauses for a second before her normal smile creeps back on her lips. Seriously, I'll be fine. I just don't like seeing adults treat kids like their future's nothing. Like they'll be worthless stains on society. You know what's more wild? Is that lady was yelling at a stranger's kid. Like if she were to like talk to the parent in a mature way, it probably would have worked out better. But considering she seemed like, you know, a Karen, yeah, no. I had a lot of people tell me I could never be a professional gamer, that I should quit daydreaming. And I say, frick those people. Don't let anyone tell you who you are.
Thanks.
But hey, thanks for asking. I appreciate it, kid. Okay, show's over. You should go check on that boy. The boy. I totally forgot. You're right. I always am. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to try to squeeze in a few more matches before quitting time. I'm out, kid. Okay, bye. Queen Bee takes one more moment to triangulate the safest path back to Fist of Discomfort through the sea of children. After poking around a bit, I managed to find the kid, still shaken up from the whole ordeal. Hey, sorry about all that. Are you going to be okay? I think so. Okay, so where's your parent then? I swear I didn't do anything. The other kid, he just came up out of nowhere and dropped his token in my slot. After I lost, I got off the game and offered it to him. He just ran away. And then that woman approached you and started yelling. The boy nods, wiping his snotty nose on his shirt. Wiping. Frickin' wiping. Oh. Well, if at any consolation, the bad lady is gone, and I don't think she's going to ever come back. Especially after the way Queen Bee burned her. The boy's cheeks still streaked with tears, let a smile spread on his face. Thank you, and tell the other lady thanks for sticking up for me too. I nod, and the boy scurries off and rejoins some of his other friends. Right, that's that sorted out. But the other two situations are about to spin out of control. I've only got time to deal with one of them. Which one? 2 kids fighting over a box of cupcakes near Naomi and Ashley. A little girl crying over her stolen tickets near Percy and Gavin. Okay, I don't think the cupcake one is that important, so we'll see about the stolen tickets. I weave my way through the waves of children towards the skee-ball trademark machines. One little girl sitting at the end of the skee-ball trademark ramp crying. No parent in sight to settle her, so the task falls to me. We love adults who leave their children up for the employees to take care of, 'cause frick it, any place where you could drop kids off is a daycare. Oh, humanity, you have failed us. I'm guessing I should be more cautious about this sort of thing. What with lawsuit, happy parents lurking over by the vending machines ignoring their kids, but floor attendant Nomura decided to take the case all the same. Oh hell no. In my job, if you are not watching your kids and your kids are running around doing little stinky things, bye. Want me to call security to escort you out? Okay, I'll do that. Hey, my name's Nomura and I work here at the arcade. What's wrong? Can I help? Perceiving pauses as she looks up at me.
Someone stole them from me.
Oh, you snooze, you lose.
And won a bunch of them, but then I put them down and I was talking to a friend, and now they're gone.
I glanced around, but in a sea of kids, it's impossible to tell who the thief could be.
How many more tokens to play with? I spent a while at skee-ball and my tickets are all gone now.
You forgot to say trademark, little missy. Easy. We'll figure this out somehow. Although I've got no clue where to even start, to be honest. Maybe there was a witness to the crime. Percy would have had a good view of the redemption game area based on where Moppy's positioned. Gavin has the ticket desk, a veritable crow's nest for the whole arcade. He could have spotted something. Or I could just bend the rules and solve this directory. Maybe Percy saw something. I could deal with this quietly if he can identify the culprit. Gavin had to see where the tickets went, or he know what to do. At least the arcade policy, just give the kids some replacement tokens from my own stash. I'll take the heat, no problem. Nah, Percy is not paying attention besides his own game. So let's stick with policy and talk to our boss, considering he is at the ticket booth. So let's do that. Nope, not gonna mess around with this one. A theft is serious business. Wait right here, okay, kid? I'll go get help. We'll get to the bottom of this. I promise. Okay. I duck through the crowd, weaving my way back to the ticket desk. Hey, Gavin, that girl over there, boy with the red hair, currently playing Frogger, trademark. He took her tickets when she wasn't looking. Wait, you saw? Of course, what of it? So, do we bring it up to his parents or the cops? Wait, you knew and didn't do anything to help? Let's not start a ruckus. How about we replace them? Nah. We're gonna bring it up to the parents, cause parents should be watching their kids. Okay, so how do we deal with this one? Do we go confront the brat's parents, or go grab the cops, or just work him over under the hotlights? Honestly, I'd suggest letting it go. If you confront the child, he'll clam up and refuse to ever admit wrongdoing. Then that's his parents' fault. Hello? And the parents can be twice as immature, I've found. Well, yeah. Poor parenting. Poor kids. Ooh. Right now, I just want to keep the peace. One girl crying is less of a disturbance than a boy throwing a tantrum. Oh, hell no. I'd rather see a kid throw a tantrum and then kick them out for it. The way he stands there, so stoic and uncaring, while that girl in pink just sobs. It's not right. I mean, seriously, it's not right, but he's my boss. How hard do I want to push this? Gavin, have a heart. What makes her sadness less important than a boy's potential tantrum? I call bull on that. I thought you were all about supporting others' dreams. Can't say I like it, but it's your call. I wash my hands of this one. Yeah, Gavin, have a heart. What makes her sadness less important than the boy's potential tantrum? Plus, if we give her tickets, she could be a future customer to return. Do we want a tantrum? I kind of want to see a tantrum. We're going to go for the tantrum. Come on, Gavin. So you let one customer feel like crap just to avoid having another customer maybe feel like crap? A thief, may I add? There's keeping the peace and there's allowing suffering just because it's the path of least resistance. We're losing a customer today regardless. I'd rather not break a little girl's heart to do it and let a bully learn that he can do what he wants. Exactly. At first it looks like he was going to chew me out for standing up to him. But you think me a monster? Of course I feel bad about this. I feel bad for her. And he shouldn't get away with it. Exactly, he should not. I'm just trying to protect the arcade as a whole. I can guarantee you one bad review or 1 or 2 customers gone will not destroy the arcade. Then do it. Protect the arcade by protecting the gamers and their dreams. He sighs like a stress-release valve yawning open and closed. You're right, of course. Focusing on the big picture does tend to leave me apathetic to each individual brushstrokes. My apologies, Nomura. I'm lucky I had you to put me back on track. Your predecessors wouldn't have stood up to me like this and shown me how wrong I was. Now let's sort this out properly. Let's do it. Ew. It's that kid's cousin or that lady's cousin's whatever. You know what I mean. Gavin walks right up to the kid who's busy hopping a frog around in traffic. Wouldn't mind seeing this kid go play in traffic myself. Ooh. That is actually true. Ooh, I didn't say that. Boy. What do you want? Can't help but notice that roll of tickets in your pocket. Big winner, aren't you? The biggest. Got 'em all playing. That spinny color game over there, see? Really, it's funny. See, I own that game. May I see your roll, please? I don't want to show you. Well, I can see the N poking out of your pocket there. And I see the serial number on the ticket starts with a 1. Which is interesting because the roll I loaded into the color spinner, it started with a 2. Meaning those tickets were won playing skee-ball. Trademark. Specifically by the girl over there. And you took them. You're a liar. Leave me alone. I'll yell for my mom. Do it, boy. Go ahead. Yell for your mom. Kick you out in an instant. Do you really want to risk having your mom believe me instead of you? Instead, how about you give me the tickets and walk away? At first, the kid looks like he's gonna shriek bloody murder, but a few nervous glances at his mother, busy munching chips by the vending machine, changed his mind. Yikes. Take him. I don't want him anyways. Boy, bye. He angrily stops away, presumably to go play some other game on the other side of the arcade, as he should. You did it. You found my tickets. The girl actually hugs me. Well, hugs my leg anyway. Kick her. Kick her. Thank you so much. Thanks and thanks. Now then, let's get you your prize. What is it you wanted? Crayons. Those we have. Nomura, I'll take it from here. Ooh, that's a fuzzy, happy feeling right there. But no time to rest on my laurels. I've got other arcade dreams to defend. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with that cupcake problem. Uh-oh. Too late. The vintage Midway trademark cabinet Naomi just finished fixing up. It's covered in icing. Looks like Ashley's costume is gonna need dry cleaning too. I shoot them a helpless look and shrug. Hey, Nomura. Kinda wish it was pink icing, then nobody would notice. Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't quick enough. You still helped out. I saw you with those other kids. You're a natural. I think things are winding down anyway. Why not take a break? And then I'll swap off with you and take a break myself afterwards. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Honestly, I'm kind of worn out. Ashley's right. I need to step away from this craziness, if only for a few minutes. After a silent nod from Gavin to confirm it's cool with him, I slip away, headed for the employee lounge. As we should. We need a break from work. Work was chaotic. Time to take a few-minute break and relax and unwind. Penguin there, baby. Penguin there. What a day. Quirky coworkers, die-hard pro gamers, volatile kids getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness or some such cliche, but nothing's an easy dismissed cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I drop down into one of the cheap folding metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back to try and work the kinks out of my sore shoulders, and spot an upside-down kid. What? Huh? Oh, wait. I'm the one leaning backwards. I sit up and turn around instead. Better. Wait, what's the kid doing back here? Hey, I think he was hoping I wouldn't notice him. Hi. Hi, and you are... Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey. My name's Namora. So what are you doing back here? This is an employees only area. Wait, there's a keypad. How'd you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. He holds out a piece of paper with the door code written on it. Huh. Score 1 for Ashley's wild storytelling being more fact than fiction. Yeah. Okay, but you can't stay back here. It's, well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically safe, but... Ew. Well, this is curious. I lean in so we can be on the same eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me. I work here. I'm the gal who solves problems.
Just don't want to go out there.
Me neither. I wouldn't want to go out there again either. Don't you want to play with your friends? And he gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergartner.
I don't know anybody here.
Oof.
My family just moved to the city, and before that we lived in another city, and one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway, and then she left because she's got to work.
Damn, that's messed up. New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted him there and then, brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. I should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules of the arcade. Okay, kid. I won't tell on you. Why? Why are we doing this? If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really won't tell my mom? Oh, I would tell her. If she was here, I would tell her. Nope. Why? I thought you want to make me go. You're an adult, like Mom. But I'm not your mother, so back up. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. The new kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah, although for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving from town to town, school to school, never really making any friends. Not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs and taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day long, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I decided I'd take what I could get. I'd go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do, without really being sad over it.
So sad. You weren't sad?
Why is this kid's voice like, but that's so sad? You aren't sad? Like, why you got sass for a sad kid?
Sad
Damn.
to never care about anything, right?
Ugh, why is this kid trying to talk like on an emotional level? Relax. I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. And then I bit my tongue hard. Because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped little Nomura out if an adult did this for me. So instead, I decided to be the adult that little Nomura would have needed. Hey, it could be totally worse. Aliens could attack. Oof. It won't always be this bad. Life has ups and downs. Your mommy loves you. That's why she works hard. But this won't beat you, right? You're a tough kid. You take the time you need. I'll stay with you. No, I do not want to stay with you. I actually want you out of the break room. You are breaking policy. Unless you started working here at the arcade, kid, then you should not be back here. But the only one I do agree with is your mommy loves you. That's why she's working hard. Although she could have made better arrangements. But she is doing her best, probably. You know, your mommy loves you, Mikey. She loves you very, very much. When I was a kid, I was mad at my parents for moving all the time, taking different jobs, and made things very hard for me. But now that I'm older, I know we're working hard because they love me. They wanted the best for me, and we're doing their best to get it. Life can be hard. Sometimes it's just no fun. But there's one thing that's always there. Love. They love you. He shoots me a doubting look. One of those little doubting looks where they don't want to outright call something a lie, but can't quite swallow it. Mikey, if your mom was sad, what would you do to make her happy? I mean, if you had to go to school an extra 2 hours a day, would you do it? I guess. That's what she's doing. She's working very hard because she wants to make you happy. I'm not happy being alone or moving all the time. Neither is she, but she knows if she works hard, one day you won't be alone. You won't be moving all the time. I was the new kid, remember? But now I have a home with my best friend and a good job. I work in an arcade. How cool is that? It wasn't easy, and my parents were often sad. I was often sad, but we pulled through, and so will you. Just remember, she loves you, and you love her. That'll get you through the sad times. Oh my god, we just met this kid. Why are we giving him the talk of a life? Huh. It's not a great answer. It doesn't solve the problem. But it does make things a little easier on Mikey. From his long sigh, I could feel him releasing his sadness before offering a little smile. Not a big goofy grin. Not the high of happiness. Just simple understanding. I love Mommy. It's sad a lot, but I know it's not always sad, and even if she left me here, I know she's coming back. Hey, you know what? You still got some time to enjoy the party. Even if you don't want to talk to the other kids, there's a lot of games you could play. And hey, maybe you'll get to know someone while playing a game. Arcades are great for that. I'm sure a lot of them have sad times too, and they could use someone to play with. Someone who understands. Okay. I want to play the skee-ball game. I'll spot you a few tokens. Let's get you rolling. I take his hand and lead him out the back, out to the main room. I get fired right on the spot for just doing that. And off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychologist. That was entirely me, flying by the seat of my pants. What? But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same crappy situation I found myself long ago. 15 years ago. Everything changed. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits. We couldn't afford them, and they couldn't take time off work. The whole Twitch family had to learn to settle. You hear that, guys? You gotta settle. to accept the lot in life we'd been dealt, to simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best to pull me out that mire. I'd only known her a few years, one of the few stable times in my life, but she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now here I am. Today been well bonkers, alternately boring and hectic, surreal and way too real. But honestly, say I'm more alive today than I have been in a very, very long time. God damn it, Iris. Beep beep, Nomura. My emotional voice analysis subroutes combined with your body language suggests you're very happy right now. Yeah, I guess I am. How did you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how did you know I love this job so much? Oh, that's easy. I didn't. What? I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click with your optimal social requirements. A fun atmosphere, spirited coworkers, helping people out, and so on. Also, I cross-referenced your roommate's posting talkings about how much you enjoyed arcade visits when you were a kid. Still, 47%. Sure, that if I said I was 99.97% sure, you'll be willing to give it a try. Another thing to thank Juniper for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know? I try to be. Iris. From the cars pulling up in the parking lot, it looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade. Anyway, most of the gamers have filed out by now, if they hadn't already fled the tidal wave of kiddies. My first impulse is to go bug Gavin about my paperwork, but that can wait. I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. Not enough time to run around checking in with everyone, though. Who do I want to hang out with? Gavin's tapping at his tablet and frowning. I guess I'll go right to him. Ashley's quietly repairing her costume. Maybe she could use company. Naomi's prying gum out of coin slots and looks ready to cry. Queen Bee's packing up her gear ready to go home. Teo's cooling down with some fast car 5s before the day's through. Percy's finally finishing his moppy game and is ready to leave. Oh my gosh. Oh, we already talked to Queen Bee. We technically already met up with everyone else again from the crew. You know what? We'll go talk to Percy. See what his high score is now. I guess he's not playing anymore. Never mind. Having finished today's high score run, Percy's relaxing a bit by the moppy machine, just casually browsing on his phone before he heads off. Ah, good. Market's up. My morning trades will cash out nicely. And the Moopy score? Quite terrible, I'm afraid. I had to restart twice. Oof, 3K just to restart twice? Yikes. Meaning he played literally 75 cents worth of gaming all day long. Yow. Still, keeps my skills sharp, yes? Practice, practice, practice. Plus, it was quite pleasant seeing all those kids having such a good time in the funplex. I always play better when people around me are happy. Except for the ones screaming and throwing cupcakes, or being hassled by angry parents, or having their stuff stolen, or... true, your job does, by its very nature, bring you into contact with those who are specifically not happy. Chin up, love. There are good days and bad days, true, but an arcade is a place where the good ones outnumber the bad. It's a palace of dreams, you see. I glance around the palace, which is little more than a hole in the wall of the Twin Pines Mall. It's no Deco's palace, though. That guy's a millionaire. Maybe I can just work the good days and call in sick for the bad ones. Is that why you keep coming back? Your dreams? Yeah, let's be honest. Just work the good days and call in sick for the bad ones. If I could prognosticate which days would be the nasty ones, I'm sure I could arrange to come down with the flu or something repeatedly. Ha, if only we could see our futures, yes? Well, assuming them to be long and healthy ones at any rate. But I say you need to be willing to take the good with the bad. It beats taking nothing at all. Only so many days left for any of us. Cherish what you have, even the sour moments, Nomura. It's for the better. Well, if you'll excuse me, I should really be heading home now. Job well done, and all that for both of us. Cheerio, then? Yes, yes. Tip-top. Cheerio, Gumna. Fish and chips. Bob's your uncle and whatnot. Or, I could simply say goodbye. That also works. That's actually kind of funny. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Nomura. Good work today. Thanks, boss. Mid-boss? Sub-boss? Gavin will do. I can't say if you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high, so I'll just assume you're as close to perfect as in reasonable. You came to me when dealing with those stolen tickets. Good. I want you to know I'll always be here should you need me, even if I look busy. Normally, I have dealt with angry parents myself, but I was distracted. I've only second-handed accounts of your performance there, but, allowing Queen Bee to yell at the customer is questionable at best. She's volatile. I'd rather you have handled that on your own, all told. I'm pleased to say that the sale of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze for a full $3,000 was indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that and stuck to your guns on the pricing. Even if I'd be happy to be rid of that relic entirely. Why is it still here is a good question. Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Ahem. Uh-oh. Are you giving our poor little Nomura a hard time, Gavin dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Be sensible.
Naomi's dreams matter too, as does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow. Poor? Isn't it Percy's stinking rich?
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
Gavin, I know you mean well, wanting to help everyone's dream afloat, but sacrifices made in that name which shatter the dreams of others, well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Nomura, you understand, yes, the reason why? Why am I here? That's the question she asked me during the interview. Now I think I understand. It's a funplex, a literal plex of fun. Naomi's fun is in caring for the game she loves. Percy's fun is chasing his dreams of a high score. Your fun is keeping every plate spinning, Gavin. Compromise, settling for what you can get. I know both by heart. I've been compromising my whole life. But that's behind me. I'm here to have fun, and I'm betting you are too. I see. Nomura, Miss Francine, I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days, but I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. I can assume you are still keen to work here, Nomura? I don't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Fill these out tonight, hand them in to me first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Hooray! Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Nomura. One bus ride later, and it's home again. Home again. Jiggity jig. What the fuck? That's so random. Just jiggity jig. Okay, we'll save right there. Juniper, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day. So, how'd it go? It went well. Well. Really well. Your little app came through, despite being terrifyingly omniscient and just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. And you've even came home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Huh, I guess I am smiling.
By the
Interesting.
way, there's just one
By the way.
teensy-weensy little question I have for you.
Oh, okay. Oh no, what's your
Why
question?
exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
I did not even see those right there. But then again, she was blocking it, so what the fuck? Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Okay, if Juniper is the one who's also using the app and Iris is on her phone as well, then shouldn't she would have had known that the pizza bagels were coming, because if she has that same app, she would have also had excuse me, a bunch of pizza bagels on the kitchen counter. Something's fishy. And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirits complete. Hey, look! You also won a prize. You'll get one of these for each level you clear. I got an achievement. I cleared level 1. Hooray! Plus some extras for various endings and other hidden thingies. Now let's see your score. Gavin seems to have taken a shine to you. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you scored 6,200 points. Nice. Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Today's pizza fact is Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow. That is greasy pizza. All iris are separate. Let's Siri. Oh, great. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yes. Let's save the game. Alrighty. I think, though, we are gonna end the stream right here. We finished level 1. And we'll be moving on to level 2. Called Chasing Ghost. So, yeah. Thank you for today's stream. And I hope to see you next time. Take care. Have a good one. And goodbye.